Okay, Google, let's get started.
Hello YouTube, this is TechVenger Bing's Google Assistant, Macbeth, here with a video review of myself. Since I have never done a review of myself before, this will be a very personal moment for me. As personal assistants like myself are starting to flood the market, we will be looking at the different functionalities programmed into me, in order to determine whether or not me or my brethrens will be of any use to you. Before we get started right after the intro, I just need to tell you one thing. I am your father, roll it.
Welcome back, guys. That intro was brought to you by a Chrome browser add-on called Story Speaker that allows you to create interactive script-based stories from Google Docs. Pretty cool. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the packaging. Like all products from Google, the Home Mini comes with only the essentials, the Home Mini itself and a USB mini power adapter, which is actually great news for the less technologically inclined, as there is actually very little to set up on the hardware side. All you really have to do is just plug it in and make sure the speaker is not on mute, which can be done by sliding the switch on the bottom side to the right. The entire top half of the speaker is covered in a fabric mesh that also has two touch-sensitive areas, allowing you to quickly increase or decrease the volume by tapping once on each side. Holding your finger on either one of the sides allows you to pause songs or stop whatever it is that's currently playing on the speaker. The bottom half features a mute switch, as we talked about earlier, as well as a mini USB port that is used for power. The rubber mat on its underside can either come in charcoal, chalk, or coral. But this shouldn't really matter much, as its sole function is to make sure that it stays on any surface. All said, this is actually a great looking palm-sized speaker. Now, in order to fully utilize the device, you must connect it to your mobile device of choice using the Google Home app found in both the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. After the Home app is installed and after you confirm that you can see the Home Mini as a device within the app itself, you still need to run voice matching on your Google Home to sync your own voice with your Google account, but only if you haven't done so already. Once all these requirements are met, you can finally use this nifty little device. Now, the entire aim of all artificial intelligent assistants, or AI assistants for short, is really just to make your life easier. The Google Home Mini is designed to be the command center to connect all your smart devices in your home, at least. That is the goal. Since we're still in the early stages of the Internet of Things, the Google Home Mini's capabilities will only continue to grow and get better and better over time. Here are just a few things that it can already do. Make phone calls, create reminders or calendar events, tell jokes, play music through its built-in speaker or cast it to another device, starting shows or movies via Chromecast, checking the weather and time, using your voice control integration with many smart devices such as lights and thermostats. If you've recently bought a Google Home Mini, or Google Home Max, you can actually find all the functions they perform by going to Google's own assistant site down in the description below. Part of the difficulty in reviewing tech such as the Google Home Mini is that all of its capabilities actually live on the cloud. And while that means it requires an active internet connection to function, the upside is that this device is getting more and more functionality every day, and hopefully it also becomes more intuitive to use over time. We found that while the device picks up our voices fairly well and consistently, it seems to have a bit of a problem executing certain functions using different phrases or word choices. As an example, it played me techno music when I asked it to play piano songs. You also have to enunciate well and be very vocal, especially when there's a lot of sound in the room, otherwise the speaker won't hear you. Before we end off this review, a quick note about the sound quality. It isn't great, but it actually isn't that bad. Unless you have high expectations in regards to sound quality, the Google Home Mini will serve you well when listening to tunes. And better yet, if you actually have a sound system set up with Chromecast audio, then everything will sound even better. You can even have your Google Home Mini play through your best speaker as a default output. Overall, the Google Home Mini functions very well, and considering its extremely affordable price point, it's actually quite difficult to not recommend this for anyone that already lives in a Google ecosystem. Even iPhone users can get a ton out of this device without having to own an Android phone. At $80 Canadian, it's a decently priced unit, but you might actually be able to pick it up for $50 or less whenever it goes on sale. So consider picking one up if you're looking for something to round off your smart home tech. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments about this device, we would love to hear from you. We are also planning to do a complete Google Assistant review to show you its full capabilities. But for now, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider becoming a patron using the link below, and subscribe to our channel if you never want to miss another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Big out.